Well, hello there, Kansas City. Stephen St. John here with another episode of Hot Mic with SSJ. And Todd Lebo's here. He tells us we're pushing P today, so we're looking forward to that. I want to tell people that we have our wonderful sponsor, Patrick Carter, kcfarmersagent.com. He has signed up for another year to be the sponsor of this podcast, kcfarmersagent.com. If you need an insurance agent, you need Patrick Carter because he is pushing P because his name's Patrick. And he will take care of you. He's local. Buy local, stay local. Everything's local. Also, CBD American Shaman. My good friends there, also wonderful sponsors of the show. I'm going to consume some edibles and vape all the way home, courtesy of my friends at CBD American Shaman. It'll make you feel right on a Saturday night. And so right now we have a very interesting group of people. We have, of course, Todd Lebo.
I'm pushing P.
Pushing P. Mm-hmm. Pushing P. We have, go out, read some more. By the way, Pushing P is the song that Tyreek Hill told the members of the Miami media to listen to try to understand him, why he does not face pressure. He's the one that creates pressure.
She's not a lesbian.
Right?
For P. She turned Pesbian. Pushing P, I'm pushing P. Off capital P, I rock these presidents.
Right.
Which is...
How about Portuguese on her knees?
But you don't really want... people say they want the dead presidents. Wouldn't you? I mean, Ben Franklin, not a president.
Right.
Should have been.
Should have been. Could have been one of the best ones.
Hamilton also.
So there we have...
Not a president. That's the big money. Those are the big bills.
Nate Bukaty.
Dead presidents is ones and fives.
Is here with his brand new Ochai Charlie Hustle shirt. Ochai All-American. We have Marco Marquez, who graduated from Kansas, is wearing a Welcome to the Zoo, Welcome to the ZOU T-shirt because he's still a Mizzou fan. And then we have Jake Gutierrez live via Zoom from a cabin in Colorado. Jake, let's check in with you first. How close are we to finishing that book?
Real close. No.
Have you been up there pushing P? Pushing P? Is that what?
I've been pushing a lot of stuff. Actually, I'll tell you what. The next time I come, so I'm going to disconnect. Like, this is probably the last time I'll talk to you for a little bit. Like, I'm going dark Jack Bauer style.
Right. You're going to have to come up with a wet list.
I already have one. I do want to tell you that my appearance is brought to you by Disaster Prepared Kit.
Oh, there we go.
So
what's in there? Let's see what's in there.
We got food. This will sustain you for.
What is that?
This is emergency rations here.
Of what?
Of food.
It's foodstuffs.
Don't ask questions.
Do you have any?
It's food stuff. I got 10,000 calories right here in this brick. I got some.
Inedible calories.
It's food.
Some emergency drinking water in plastic.
Now, does that pass pass muster for you?
Do you have any flares in there?
Wait.
I do. There's a flare here. I got some glow sticks. I think there's a.
Did you say glow sticks? Is this a pack for a rave?
Yeah, I got glow sticks.
Oh, wow.
A bottle of ecstasy.
Yeah, some Molly, some house music on an
I got a
iPad.
pocket tool, a knife.
Okay. Are you preparing for a disaster or Coachella?
There's like
foil blanket.
Foil blanket, right. Hypothermia blanket. What else I got in here?
Now, is this just safety because you're in the mountains, or you think trouble's coming?
I got Todd.
What's that?
Trouble's coming. I got a compass.
Do you even know how to use that?
Yeah, plain north, right? Just keep following the north.
Yeah, if that's really north, who tells you that's north? That's your north, not mine.
The fucking planet's flat anyway, so we're just on
Exactly. That's a good jumping off point.
I just thought I'd share that. No, book is coming along. I'll be honest. The past couple of weeks, it's been hard. I miss a lot of people back in Kansas City. I miss you guys.
Let's give us a list. Who do you miss? Name the
like
people.
Tyreek Hill and leave out McCall Hardman.
I'm not going through a list of people like Tyreek Hill.
Who do you miss the most, from Union Broadcasting?
Honestly, Jason Justice.
Really?
The damn Drake.
You know what? He did a lot. You were still on his shit list. He just finished on Friday. He had a lot of early mornings because of you. So you should miss him the most. Hey,
he would come up. He would come into my studio. You know who I really missed? That she left before I did. God bless
Sandra.
her. Sandra.
I miss her too.
I miss her face every day. She would come in and that's our old traffic lady for people playing at home. But she was a dear soul to me. I still keep in touch with her. I did not have lunch with her before I left town. But yeah. But no, just
She got a lunch. I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. She did. She did, Nate.
Not that he's still thinking about that at all, huh? Wow.
It was like a month before I left there, Nate. You tried to get on me like the week before I left, which is
I had so much warning time.
Yeah. Sorry, I still owe you lunch, dude. I'll take you to lunch.
See, that feels that he owes you lunch. That's pretty good.
Did you buy?
You always want
Sandra
people
lunch?
owing you.
I paid for our fucking lunch. What the fuck?
It was like a month or two before I left. So, I mean, it was us just catching up. I don't even think I had told the company I was leaving yet. Or I don't think I even knew I was leaving yet. It was right after New Year's or something like that.
Do you miss Steven or Nate is the question.
Of course I do.
Which one more?
Of course I do. Mm-hmm. Which one more? Marco.
So have you been pissing in your mouth yet?
Not yet.
No?
Not yet. I'm slow on the uptick on that yet. So
Let's hope that slows
So
down.
that's not a sure thing anymore. No,
yeah,
you're
that's
not.
a sure thing. I'm drinking my own piss right now.
Right.
No,
Is it really?
That's not.
Because I don't know. So what's it called?
Looping?
Okay, so you don't know if you're gonna loop yet.
No, I mean, I will. It's just I need to get this book done before I start drinking my own piss.
Okay, so we have a lot of things to get to here, but the main reason now, anything else you want to catch us up on that's changed since the last time we talked to you from your log cabin?
No, I mean, I've just been trying to get settled in, honestly, just trying to, process a lot of, I'm not going to bullshit, a lot of emotions. That's all I'm doing. I'm taking it slow, having a lot of patience with myself. But I actually started on the process this week of the book, so I've actually been doing a lot of work on it. And I've been so I met with my web designer guy. His name is JD.
Oh, JD, yeah. So okay,
how'd you meet JD?
We were 14, and he was skipping school at Cheyenne Mission East, and I didn't have school Monday because I went to Catholic school, and we went to a party at Jolyn LaPerry's house.
Oh, wow.
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Sorry,
Jolyn.
At any point, have you, sat in a room by yourself and thought, holy fuck, what did I do? What the fuck am I doing up here? What did I do?
I had that thought on the run. What the fuck am I doing?
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. That's. Okay. I mean, I think there'd be something wrong with me if those thoughts weren't going through my head. But I have answers to those questions when they pop up. But yeah, I mean, I had an awesome life that I chose to step away from to fulfill what I think is my highest potential. So with that in mind, I have a why in my life, and that is the trump card for everything. I know, when those thoughts do come in my head, that's human nature. That's, sometimes I call that irrational fear. It's uncomfortability. It's me stepping into a place where I am not comfortable. And so when my body does that, when my mind does that, the easiest thing to go back is what I know is safe. And that's my old life that I stepped out of was safe. I knew it for 20 years. It was safe for the last 7 years.
Yeah, that wasn't always safe. Do you hold any animosity to our guest today, Marco Marquez? You said you stepped out of your life. He has stepped into your life and taken it over here in Kansas City. He's running with your circle of friends. He's he's been. A lot of people don't know this. He's been inducted into the St. Thomas Aquinas Hall of Fame, even though he didn't go there. We pushed that through.
He's fucking walking my dog.
He's been walking your dogs. Walking your dogs, if you know what that means.
Yep.
And so basically, the idea of this podcast is we wanted to bring Marco on, who of course is he was named after a nationwide search. After a month of looking around, the finalists were Marco Marquez, Dennis Gates, and Jerome Tang, and we selected Marco, and then Gates went to Mizzou and Jerome Tang went to K-State. But here he is, and so we decided we would introduce him because we're not going to sit on the fucking show and just talk all about Marco, okay? Because Marco talks about himself enough, and so we thought we'd bring him on the podcast. And like Lebo said, we want to find out what the fuck this guy is all about. We want to hear what makes him tick. We want to find out does he stand for anything or will he fall for anything? And so we wanted you to be on here also because I feel like you at least want to have some type of connection to your replacement. Maybe ask him some questions. Maybe warn him about some things. Give him some advice. Who better to give this young man some advice than the guy that had his shoes before he started walking in them.
Don't take any advice from him about taxes or citizenship. Other than that,
if you only knew, oh boy, I don't want to get into it.
I bet you do. But one of the main things also is we want you to advise him on sales and client relations and how to make that bridge to promotions and foster those relationships that you
hold the line,
right.
Hold the
okay.
line.
I've already failed him.
Let's start here. So speaking to your mics, that sounded soft.
Oh, is this loud enough?
Is he in? Is this mic on?
Put some bass in your voice.
Get in here, Ben Messner. I think his mic needs to be cranked up.
this mic never works.
That microphone is what I would call a piece of shit because anyone that ends up with that microphone usually sounds like they are barricaded in a closet. And so we'll find out. Now talking to, let's see, Ben Mester's pulling cords, changing things. Let's see.
I
now.
love this place.
There we go.
Look at that.
All right.
See, when I told you guys I
Nice.
couldn't hear anything earlier, it was really just Marco.
Right, there we go. Okay. So give us a little bit of a background. You got 2 minutes. Tell the people listening and watching Hot Mic with SSJ, who are you and how you ended up in this position, please.
In this position right here?
Right, exactly.
Okay. I don't
Don't try
even
to
know.
be funny on this fucking podcast. This is real shit.
That's true.
Okay, this is real. Check that shit at the door.
Check that wise ass
Yeah,
at the door,
you check
pal.
that wise ass right outside.
Jake, question number one. How do you know when he's joking or not joking?
He's having a hard time figuring it out. Because a couple of times during the week, I've looked at it and go, don't you ever fucking do that again. He'll look at me and go, I'm just playing.
I'm like, all right.
Yeah, Jake likes that. It took a while for Jake. But no, first, we got to, okay. You grew up where?
I grew up in Overland Park, Mission, Kansas area. So, you know where Mohawk Park is over there off 67th
No fucking idea.
and Lamar?
No.
Everybody knows Mohawk.
No, why the
There you
fuck
go.
would I know where He says like, you know where Mohawk Park is?
know.
Like, no, I don't know where Mohawk Park is.
Never
The
heard of
fuck
Mohawk
do I look like?
Well, hey, I know where.
Okay.
There's a lot of parks, I guess.
You know where
No, I don't.
Do you know where Bud Park is?
Yeah,
I'll take your ass down
That's probably
there.
over in Lee Summit.
That's
No, Bud
not-
Park ain't
yeah,
Lee
right.
Summit.
Do you know
So-
where Big 11
so-
Lake is?
You grew up in Kansas.
Yeah, right over there off where 635 and I-35 merge into each
Okay.
other. That's that
Old
area.
Overland Park.
Okay,
Old Overland Park. Old Overland
How
Park.
big of a family you coming from? Who you got? Who you got in this family of yours?
Oh man, I got two older brothers,
Leave anyone out.
a younger sister, mom and dad.
Mom and dad,
I
two
got-
older brothers and a younger sister. How old? Okay,
Yeah,
how old
yeah.
are you?
I'm 24.
How old are your brothers?
The oldest is
Who cares? How old's your sister?
Oh, settle
Good
down.
already
How old are your brothers?
35 and 26.
I feel like this is one of the easier questions I'm
It
going to
is
fucking
one of
ask
the-
you, but that's fine. What are their names?
Once they're older than me. I got Tony and Nico.
Okay.
Nico Las.
And, your sister, how old is she?
She is 18.
Okay, where does she go to school? She in school?
Marco.
Yeah, she's at KU.
What's her name?
Mia.
Okay.
Does she fuck around wearing Missouri stuff all over?
No,
she's are wearing a Missouri shirt. You graduated from KU.
This is a gift from a. This is a gift.
But you were a Mizzou fan. How were you a Mizzou fan? Who was the Mizzou fan? Or just you? Or
it was my dad.
Okay,
my dad. But he comes from a KU family also. His dad was a KU fan, but how he became a Missouri fan was through his uncles. His uncles took him in and groomed him to be a Missouri fan, and that's where it happened.
Hey, look,
he was groomed by his uncles.
You know, my grandpa.
Not good.
Yeah, I'm trying to get away from that. My grandpa Danny, Ontiveros, he lived in Wyandotte County. He was from Texas, so he liked Texas, but he also supported Kansas.
Yeah.
And then my uncles were Kansas fans, but I lived on the Missouri side. And I just, I was going to be different. I told him, I don't want to be. I want to be a Missouri fan. And of course, my mom, my son's a Missouri fan. I'm a Missouri fan. But then my grandpa would support Missouri. He didn't, but we were all Chiefs and Royals fans. So I get it. I mean, and I'm surrounded by fucking Kansas fans everywhere I go nowadays. But you went to Kansas as a Missouri fan, and you didn't flip. You're still a Mizzou fan, which to me seems unbelievable.
Well. I mean,
what the fuck is wrong with you?
What do you mean? What the fuck is wrong with me? I went for an education. I didn't go for.
But tell the whole story.
I didn't go for the basketball, the fandom.
What did you go to get a degree in? What?
Journalism.
Why didn't you go to Missouri? They have a fantastic journalism.
I told you this already. I got rejected.
You have not told the fucking podcast.
And you still cheer for them.
Jake's dying fucking laughing over there.
They shunned you. They kicked you like a dog.
People ask me why
they didn't accept my application.
People ask me why I didn't go to Missouri. I said, well, my fucking GPA was like 179 coming out of high school. I went to school, the one place that accepted me, Missouri Western State University.
Hell yeah.
And then I built my GPA up and transferred back to the Kansas City Roos.
So you couldn't get into the university or just the J school? Did you try to apply and go J school as a freshman?
University. Yeah.
They didn't let you in there?
My ACT score was low.
What the fuck are we hiring here?
Jake, right here. Jake, comment on what you've heard so far, please.
You're allowed to take the ACT like 10. I took it like 6 times because the first time I got an 18, but I took it 6 times.
Listen. I took it 4 times. That was enough. I can't believe I took. Are
we going to disclose these scores here?
Why would I?
It was not enough. Like mine was enough.
Did you get better, or were you leveling out?
Oh, I was leveling out. I was getting worse, actually. my second score was the best score. What's so fun? What's your guys' ACT score?
I was a big jerk off. I took it one time, and I got the second highest score in my class at Pius. Everyone accused me of cheating. I say, fuck all of you. I'm just smarter than all of you, all right?
Right.
Blow me.
He got the second perfect score ever in Pius. He even got a 36 perfect score.
Fuck.
No, I made that up. That's not true.
30.
He's smart.
Respect.
You understand how smart this fucking guy is?
No, I understand.
Now, the problem with Steven is he got the 179 GPA with 30 ACT. Something wasn't going there.
Did you have people coming after you just to go to ACT court?
No, I wasn't interested in school at all at that point.
He was caught up in that Varsity Blues thing.
That's right.
The mom or fucking Full House.
So, okay.
Maybe I did so bad because I took ACT prep classes at St. Thomas Aquinas.
But wow. Because you went to Bishop Miege.
That's right.
So you go through Kansas. Go ahead. Now say something.
No, I was going to say something, but it's totally inappropriate, and
it's not
There's
inappropriate.
Nothing totally inappropriate on this, Jake. This is like your 10th one of these. This is not.
It rhymes with stags.
Oh,
wow. Inappropriate. Okay, I would like to read. If anyone has any objections, tell me. I would like to read a direct message that I received on Facebook just last week.
Oh no!
Can we?
Boy.
This is from Danny.
Yeah.
Can I read this? Jake, you okay with this?
Who's Danny?
I'm great.
Is this Danny Klingsfield?
Well, I don't know. The last time that I heard from Danny on Facebook, he wrote a message this long to me.
Cows.
Right, and this would have been November 19th, 2015. Okay, let me read. So this was March 16th. Wow. 6 years ago, I sent you a message thanking you for giving my son a chance to speak with you. And now today, you announced him as the newest member of the Border Patrol family. All caps. Thank you. He worked his ass off and put in the time perfecting his craft, and he is now being rewarded for it. I appreciate you and Nick and Chad for believing in him and for his opportunity. Jake, did you hear? He's thanking me and Chad and Nick over here.
Is this from Mel Kiper Jr.?
Looking forward to meeting you again and to watch him continue his journey. I started him off when he was just a little guy listening to your show and can't put into words how proud my wife, Renee, and all of our family and friends are of him. Thanks again.
I'm sorry.
You know what, Donnie? I appreciate the message.
Let me tell you something. That's one of the greatest messages I've ever received in my life. But
You'll be glad to hear that.
He was a long-time listener. And he got and you started listening.
So how old were you, Nick? How old were you when you were starting to listen to this?
Here's the question: does he know the running joke? Is he in? Like he
made it? Could be.
Maybe that's just like the smartest.
He joins
right?
an incredible cast of people who have called me Nick on the air.
By the way, Chad's speaking in here. Look at this. Look at this video. Chad's waving now. He doesn't know what's going on in here.
Bill Self, Scott Pioli.
Whoa.
Mel Kiper Jr., Joe Lenardi.
What did John Cadillac call you? Ned Burger.
Ned Burger.
Instead of Nate Buchanan, he called him Ned Burger.
Real question. So how old were you when you started listening?
It's not even a hard name. I'm
Marco,
sorry.
Don't be sorry. Maybe he's showing he listens.
I feel like Nick and Nate don't even really sound that similar.
I think, did you just say the same thing? They sound exactly the same. I don't know what. So when did you start listening?
Probably as 4 or 5. It was literally the first probably time I got in the sports, listening to the sports
willingly.
Radio.
Did you get in your dad's truck and think, oh good, it's the Border Patrol? You're like, God damn it, Dad! Can we listen to some fucking music or something?
No, willingly.
Willingly.
I kept a radio in my room.
Did you ever say, Dad, what are they talking about? Why has everything got a sexual innuendo? Like this crazy man who came up here and confronted you in the hallways.
That's right.
So having 2 older brothers, you get exposed to.
You got know a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, man, tell us about that. Yeah, between your uncles and your brothers, I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
Basically. What is it like? I can't think of the word off the top of my head. Basically, you kind of know things. Thanks to your older brothers. You see your first Hustler magazine at an age you probably shouldn't.
Wow, I don't think we went from A to Z there all of a sudden. Listen to the Border Patrol to looking at a Hustler.
Well, that's kind of what it's like. So it's audio Hustler.
Was your mom a fan of the show, or she just know of it and she doesn't care, or just?
No, she's not sports.
Okay.
Sports.
What about your brothers?
That I don't know off the top of my head. I don't know what they...
You barely know how old they are, so why would you know anything about their radio tapes?
Almost know one of their names.
You just know about their porno collection.
Okay. Yes. So did you ever... Was there ever a time in your... Be honest, in your mind, as a youngster or as you got older, when you listened and you thought, someday, maybe I could be the next Jake? I could be the next Jake Gutierrez.
No, because I didn't. I wanted to be a sports writer at the time. That's what I always wanted to be.
You want to be like the next
college.
Randy Kovitz or something like that, right?
or Mellinger.
Okay,
yeah.
right, fine.
Yeah,
same thing.
Right, same difference.
He's a writer now.
Yeah. Right.
But I did appreciate the Family Guy drops. You guys used to have Family Guy drops.
Okay.
Yeah, so that
probably inappropriate for you to be watching at your age.
I told you, Adult Swim got left on.
So looking back at this first message from your dad, you reach out to me to interview me for what was take me back to that. So that was
senior year of high school at the best high school in the city.
There it is.
Senior year, we had it was a senior comp class, and basically final assignment was go interview somebody in the industry that you think about wanting to be. And that was senior year. By then, I knew I was going to KU and doing KJHK and radio.
So
wanted to get into that.
Mellinger, and he said no.
So did I responded?
You did. No, I got your email off of 810. But basically, I had to go interview somebody, and that interview would be used as a source reference of the paper. But found your email on 810 WHB.
And everything went okay?
And everything went fine. No, yeah. You emailed me
good.
back that afternoon, actually.
Did you meet Jake when you came in here to interview him?
It was over the phone.
Oh, yeah.
It was
phone
over the phone.
interviews only,
Yes.
Lebo.
Yes.
I knew COVID was coming, so I was trying to do the social
Just like
distancing.
8 years
But
ago.
the first day when you told me to come, after our interview, you told me to come out for a show and let's come out here, come see the studio,
come fuck with Jake, come out here, right?
Exactly. I pull up. Me and my dad pull up at 5:30, and you can't get in, or not 4:30, 5:30. You can't get in before 9 o'clock in these buildings,
right?
So we're just sitting outside, like, how do we get in? So I'm texting him.
It was fucking 5:30. Steven wasn't here yet.
That's right.
Calling him, and then the show's starting. I don't know if by then if you always come in on that one entrance,
The side door.
There were some when I've been dealing with a bad back, or I've had my various foot and leg injuries. I'll park in the front so I can go right into the elevator. So who knows? So there was a time there.
Basically, we waited. Show was starting, and then we're like, well, how else could we try to reach them? So we tried calling the phone.
Jake didn't answer the phone.
Yeah, he didn't answer. Where was Nate in all this?
He had already been pulled up. His car was already here.
He's like, there's that Nick. He's like him.
I think he drove a Malibu at that time. Maybe? Man,
I think I was. Yeah, that was a loaner car. Yeah,
so did you get into the show? Or not?
Yeah, we got. Sandra came down and opened the door for us. You saw the text and probably during the first break or something.
Right.
And Sandra came down.
So clearly, I didn't park it. So you never saw me pull up. So I didn't park on that side.
No. There was only 2 cars in there.
Huh. Maybe that was one of the days that you came and picked me up for work, like you used to, Jake. Remember those?
Yeah. What year was that?
That would have been spring of 2016.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good, Jake.
March 2016.
Improving Jake. Pretty good, Jake.
That was a ways ago. So
2016, I was in some grips.
Do you remember? Does anyone remember this? Do you remember Marco coming in here?
Absolutely not.
Marco coming in a little bit.
Okay. And so was it a good experience?
Yeah.
Okay, so then where did you go from there? You go to Kansas and you start pursuing broadcasting, but then what was your first gig?
Work, just working in radio?
Yeah.
Down at KJHK.
I mean, you can tell us about working at fucking Jimmy John's, but I don't know how relevant that is.
You work at Jimmy John's,
right?
Yeah, I did.
How did they make those fucking things so fast?
By the way, he compared...
just ready for it. Always ready.
He compared producing the show to when he worked at Jimmy John's making a sandwich. How about that?
He said there's a lot of stuff in front of you. You just got to put it in order.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's how do you make a Jimmy John's sandwich?
Right. And
Sometimes it smells a little doughy in here.
So long story short, so give me the places you worked at before here in radio.
Oh man. Was a soccer referee for a long time at Mohawk Park.
In radio.
Oh, in radio.
Yes.
Sorry.
Jesus
That
Christ,
wasn't radio.
Marco.
Sorry.
What the fuck? Are your headphones working?
And where is
in radio.
In radio.
KJHK.
KJHK.
What you do there?
Podcasting, play-by-play work. But that was...
I used to mop up with a dumb theater for a while.
It's squeegee. Did you?
That really got Nate in the funnies right there.
Are there tapes of you doing play-by-play?
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna fucking play.
Oh, we gotta have those. Those gotta be in our hands.
KJHK tapes.
I'll play those too.
What were you doing play-by-play of?
Football, men's and women's
They
basketball.
call those the golden years at KU.
What was the first men's basketball game you ever got to call? You know you remember it.
Yeah, I do. Freshman year, Stanford non-con game. It was like an 11 o'clock on a Sunday.
Jared Haas coming back to town. Was he the coach?
Yeah, that's the game, yeah.
And they put you guys up in that kind of corner that you don't get to sit right.
No, so they used to put us courtside on the baseline.
Back then, and then now they moved them up.
Now we're up in the corner seats.
No, you're not there anymore. You're a grown-up.
That's still a part of me.
So you interned here as well.
Yep,
right.
Interned.
And so...
What other state parks did you work at?
Yeah. What else did you do in broadcasting that led you here?
I did board operating at WIBW in Topeka, 580 WIBW.
You drove to Topeka.
I drove to Topeka, Highway 24, baby.
Did you like it?
Highway 24. I did enjoy it.
You paying to drive
That's
out
a
there.
legendary radio station. Dude.
Yeah.
It was a cheap. You say a cheap drive?
Yeah.
Cheap.
And when
drive.
did you come back here to work? To actually get paid to work here?
That would have
just last Monday.
When did you start getting paid here?
October of 2019.
And what have you been doing? Like, so you've worked with Nate quite a bit. With Sporting Kansas City. Nate, tell me about all the different things you did with Marco before he ended up
different days
being full time with us, right? Yeah, or some things just out in the parking lot, whatever.
He and I actually did a stint at bird watching for the Arboretum.
Did you ever go see him at Jimmy John's by any chance?
No, Marco would run the board for most of, at least it felt like most of the Sporting Kansas City games. So we would spend a lot of time working together there, and then also the time I spent mostly with Marco was that week always during the winter break when you and Jake would both take off at the same time. It would just be me and Marco would come in and run the show. So we spent a lot of time together doing that.
So what was your first impressions of Marco working with him? Did you think, oh, this kid's good. This kid, he doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground. Like, what did you think of it? Be honest.
No, the first thing that I remember is that Marco always had a smile on his face every morning. And,
much like Jake.
Yeah,
very similar.
And me.
Exactly. Very warm and welcoming, just like the two of you guys.
Reminded you of me walking in. I'm so fucking pissed off when I get here sometimes, and Nate's just like, good morning.
Sometimes, for the record, I used to walk in every once in a while. I would just walk into the studio where Jake was and go, I can tell by the way he's looking at me that Steven is just absolutely revolted by my presence in the room right now.
Like, this motherfucker showed up again. Can you believe it?
I can't believe it.
But Marco, like, he is, I mean, in all seriousness, always had a smile on his face.
Good attitude. That's a big
attitude.
deal. Okay.
Yeah, just a good attitude, and if you asked him to do something, he did it,
He said it's overrated.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you did Topeka and you were here.
Yeah.
Before I get to a story I'm going to ask you about, but you also have done stuff for the Chiefs Radio Network.
Yeah.
What'd you do for them?
Segment producer. Actually,
on game day.
Yeah, on game day. Game day segment producer this year. In fact, a wonderful person who used to work here trained me I'm going to stay away. I'm going to stay away from that word now. Trained me during that time.
I had a wonderful person that trained me a few times. Back in the day.
Krista Patrick.
You know what? She was awesome.
She was awesome. Yeah.
And so, but so then, like, what does a segment producer do for Chiefs Radio Network?
So I am in the same studio with Art Haynes, so it's pregame, halftime, postgame stuff, and I'm just leveling mics and playing highlights from around the league because we get access to all the Westwood One radio calls. So during the games, depending on when kickoff is, if it's a 3:15, 3:25 Sunday night, anything but a noon, I'm cutting up sound.
So that kind of prepared you for this. Right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, there. So you like that? That was something.
Yeah.
Okay.
You like that?
Yeah. Okay.
You like that?
You enjoyed that.
All right. So I don't know Marco well in 2020,
right,
when the pandemic started. And here's my story I remember. And so Steven was going to do a remote because it was a UFC night.
No, I was doing it from home.
Yes, from home, but it was UFC, and it was like to get people to go buy pay-per-view because people weren't going out.
Right.
At that
Well,
point.
it's a Miller Lite Fight Night preview that I'm going to host, and it's going to be me, James Krause, and Megan Anderson.
They're on the phone.
And I'm going to have them on the phone, but we're going to, we have the technology to have everyone together talking like we do now.
So what I did
This motherfucker's already laughing.
So what I did was Drake said, Marco's going to run it. He's a good kid. He's going to do it. I said, okay. And so I got to find this email. I think I wrote one of the best technical emails I've ever written in my life about exactly what to do.
Let me explain something right here about Todd.
See if I can find that email.
Like when I'm going to go out, like say I was going to go out and cover the Chiefs, right? And I just like to be told, tell me exactly, like I'm a fucking 8-year-old, tell me exactly what I got to do, where I got to go. Todd goes to these great lengths. He takes a video of what hallway to walk down, where the input is. I plug this in and do this, everything else, to where it would be impossible for me to fuck it up. If somebody could, I could, but it just, he's so detail oriented. And when he's asking you to do something that you're not comfortable doing, he will go out of his way to make sure that make it idiot proof for me. because that's what, right?
That's what I try. We used to call
And
that
you-
Gabe proofing.
Right, but
Yeah,
love-
this is
oh
Wow.
boy,
Gabe Doctor's caught a
but like it
stray
make
in this show.
because you get
I
out
love
there,
Gabe.
sometimes you might forget what to plug in, whatever else, and so he takes all the guesswork out of
I'm
it.
pretty sure I put in there. All right, Steven's going to be on the tie line. You have to communicate with Steven through, not take the fucking red button out because I don't want you talking on the radio.
No, I
Talk
got-
to him.
Box one.
And then I was like, you're going to call James Krause, and you have to double click the thing to put the arrow up, and then you call the other person. I think you didn't read that part, or maybe I didn't write it in there.
No, you did. You just almost said it word for word.
So what he kept doing was, this is so fucking funny because I'm driving to pick up some pizza at Minsky's with my buddy, and I turn the radio on and I hear Steven going, and I hear this happen, and I tell my buddy, I said, oh boy,
And this-
fucking Steven is in the worst place in the world. He's at home. He has no fucking idea if he's on the radio or not. He doesn't know what's going on. So Marco kept calling James Krause, and then he would call Megan Anderson, and he would put her on, and that would drop James Krause.
But this is the thing, right? But it was a big deal because it was my idea. Say, we could do these, pre-fight shows
Yes.
and countdown shows
because there was nothing
for
going on
Miller
in
Lite,
sports.
right? And so and UFC was one of the first
Only thing
things to come
happened.
back, right? So I got all this shit set up. I got 2 UFC fighters on there. So I'd ask a question to one, and then you'd hear them hang up, and they kept getting hung up on. And I'm just fucking boiling.
they finally get to
I go,
break.
James, Megan, and I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know if I'm on the air. I don't know if they're on
I'm
the air.
driving to pick this pizza up, and I'm telling my buddy, I said, this is the fucking worst thing ever.
And I bet you he's laughing his
he's
ass
fucking
off.
laughing. So I go,
And I'm getting ready to fucking explode.
So
right there,
I-
right?
Oh, this poor kid's shitting
I know.
himself.
So I talked to Steven I finally got to commercial break. I think at some point you push the button. And
Yeah.
Steven goes to break, and I called Marco, and I was on the phone with Drake too. I said, you got to click it twice. And finally, it was fine. So you did the last 35 minutes.
Did
It's
he?
okay.
He didn't. It wasn't.
I know.
Exactly,
It wasn't the exact
How
way.
did you rig it there to?
Basically, we
Called another studio?
No, listen to how he did it because it's all fucked up, but he still did. Listen to this.
it worked.
What did you do?
Well, you had to go. You didn't get to do the forum discussion type
Right.
of thing where both are on the line. We had to do one by one. It's like, all right, ask James a question.
And I'll call back.
No. And then I would punch him on hold. Then I would put Megan in on the lock. And then it's like, all right, ask Megan a question. Now she's off hold
Now,
and on the air.
How insane do you
Here's
think
the
this
deal.
is? By the
I'm
way?
over here just clicking the screen.
What I love is that's what I loved about him from then.
Right.
The ingenuity to find your way through it. But if I'd have known about these ACT scores, I would.
Oh, my
Right,
God.
maybe we
I would
need
have
to-
made this
okay,
email
now
simpler. I don't
here's
know.
the best
Words.
part. And so, like in this, look, I want Marco to succeed. I read the beautiful letter
Yes.
his dad wrote me, and he
Donnie.
interviewed me when he was a
Donnie.
high school senior.
Old Donnie.
I'm trying. You know what? I get the reputation of being an asshole, but
But you pep
I'm
talked
good.
him after-
I'm good. No, I'm good to people, that I like,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I like Marco. But right then, maybe I didn't. But I was fucking getting so fucking mad. We went to commercial break, and I left my mic open, and I'm on the phone. I go, this motherfucker doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He's the better than. And I said, I aired you the fuck out. You told me, and this cocksucker, I'm fucking just ready. I'm ready to run through the fucking wall. I'm right. Did I not?
Yes.
And you didn't know what to say. You're probably laughing. And then I looked
Talking about
down.
fucking pizza.
Right. But then I looked down and I go,
Oh, he's still listening.
oh
Probably.
shit! I left my mic open. He just heard me fucking how mad I
It
was.
might have been on the air.
And
So you heard all that, Marco?
right?
And I'm over here with the fucking old Maestro system trying to drag commercials in
Oh, boy,
to figure out what the
Maestro.
hell
But
to
so
do.
Then, so then, what were you thinking? You think, oh no,
This is the end.
I fucked this thing
Or were you
up.
like, fuck this guy?
Or fuck this guy or whatever else. I mean,
loved him.
whatever.
I walked out the day. I was just like, that was fucking something. I'm never.
But you know what? But then I remember I did try to say, hey, listen.
Yeah, this part did help.
I said, I got back on there and we're still commercial. I said, listen, we're gonna get through this.
Yeah.
Calm down. We're gonna fucking get through this. We're gonna make this happen. We'll be done with it. Don't give up. Don't because we've had people just fucking walk away.
We had people leave mid shift.
Right.
We
Oh,
should have Drake tell some stories.
Oh,
of
I
those
set a
fucking guys.
fire. Let me
I
let
was
someone
here
else
one of
put
those
it out.
nights, yeah.
But then, like I told you, and I've told you since then, you not giving up and getting us through that hour, and there's nothing I can do to help you. That impressed me because I got to see someone. Anyone can fucking handle shit when it's
Strike
going
goal.
well. You got to deal with adversity, and so Jake, you're enjoying this quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
When was the first time you remember Marco working here or having any interaction with him?
I remember teaching him how to make coffee.
He does a good job too.
very good. Very
he does
good
good. So
Never knew before that.
did it? Does it?
I remember him interning for us. I remember teaching him how to cut up sound. I remember, hey, here's the first thing that you're going to do. I want hot coffee. Everybody else wants hot coffee. You're going to make hot coffee, and then you're going to go cut. I mean, whether it be Royal Sound or Chief Sound, I can't remember what time of year you were interning.
It was well, if it was it was the summer after the World Series. Their go back season, yeah.
And so
you were cutting up Royal Sound Day when you'd come in.
Yep.
I would think, and I don't want to speak for you, but I would think you would care, somewhat about who's replacing you. That it's someone that I don't know, because you help build the Border Patrol into what it is, and you don't want someone to come in and totally fuck it up. And so, what was your reaction when you found out that Marco was going to be a replacement?
I thought it was a great option. I mean, I've seen the work that he did on, down in Wichita, the station that we had. Some of the shit that he did was really complicated, so I knew he was more than equipped to handle. I mean, some of the stuff that he did, there's people that are running shows at that station that don't know how to route routers. And he's very, very talented in terms of being open-minded to learn. I mean, I watched him basically get that Wichita station off the ground. I mean, he was there when it started, pretty much, and so when I found out he's the right man for the job.
That's what you told me. We were going through everything, and I talked to you because I said, who better that I could ask than the guy that did the job for 20 years. And I said, well, what do you think? And you just said that's the right guy for the job. And that gave me a sense of, yeah.
And there have been some other decent fits that would have been decent options, but I think in terms of the potential, the youth that he can bring to the show, and honestly, my biggest advice would be, don't try to be me, Marco. Be yourself. Be authentic to who you are. I also will say mix in Fish, Widespread, Allman Brothers, and Prince every week.
There you go.
And you keep the listeners happy. Those 4 bands.
Repeat those again, because that's
one
important.
More time. Fish. I heard Fish. Allman Brothers.
Widespread, and Prince.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
All
right.
Yeah.
Marco does a good job with music. He's an old soul on the music.
Right. No, so far so good. I've had no complaints.
So,
Nate?
No, I mean he's played a lot of the same stuff. I mean he's done a good job of kind of keeping it rolling.
So
yeah, no, I mean I left it was a good assortment of music of what I built in there still there. So I mean mix some of your own stuff in once in a while, and if the guys hate it, then don't ever play it again.
Yeah.
Here's what else I want to get out here for these motherfuckers. Okay, I just had to cuss.
Thank you, Jake, for the kind words, sir. Thank you.
We were going through this, and we're not going to peel back everything that happened. As
Peel some of it back.
Yeah, come on.
Messer's like, what? Yeah, what? Get on the microphone.
I did a lot of work to try to make this happen. Okay, so I was, because Marco was running our Wichita stations. I was out here moving chess pieces and trying to think 6 moves ahead and all this beautiful mind shit to try to make this thing go down. So we finally get this to where I got it to where we can talk to Marco and do this thing. And then you and Nate and Chad go talk to Marco, and you lay this thing out, and he's like fucking milquetoast. He wasn't like all excited. Take me to that.
Oh. And by the way, you're the motherfucker from Game of Thrones that I always said you were.
Yeah.
Oh, Littlefinger.
No. The bald one.
Oh, the one with the balls in the bag.
Yeah, the one that had the fucking guy cut his balls off.
Varys.
Yeah.
Varys.
Lord Varys.
Yeah. That dude making all the things happen behind the scenes.
Take me
You
to
don't
this
know.
meeting.
Smartest guy in the room, but
I like how Lebo's taking all the credit for this right now. Though.
Absolutely. Mover and shaker. No.
6 steps ahead.
So
I want this meeting.
We had this meeting, and we present him with this. And I'm thinking in my mind,
You've got a 6-page email from Donnie.
right?
He's going to jump off the table.
I'm thinking I'm going to tell this kid, and he's going to have the reaction that I want. Like, this is the opportunity of a lifetime, a job that he's been working for the last 5-6 years. He's going to produce a show he grew up listening to. This fucking guy might jump on the table and kiss me. I don't know what the fuck's going on. He's going to go crazy. It looked like I asked him to go take a walk in the cemetery with me. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm looking at Nate and everything else, and he's just, it was like, Marco, now that you've heard that we're interested, are you interested in pursuing this? And this is Marco right here. Yes. And I'm like, I didn't know what he's going to fucking say. And then again, later on, I go, so Marco, are you interested? Yes. I'm like, what?
So, Marco, what were you thinking? What's going on here?
I was.
You can't show his hand.
Well, he didn't show nothing. And then you leave. And I look at Nate. I go, Nate, what the fuck is wrong with the both of us? What is Jake spreading around out there? Because I thought it was to get everything, because you were tremendously valued in Wichita, and there's a lot of pieces had to fall into place, and to get Lebo, the mover and the shaker, to make this happen. I never thought that the roadblock would be Marco would have to give a second thought to it. I thought if we could just get to the point where we can offer the job to Marco's going to jump in our arms. We're going to be like the end of Officer and a Gentleman, up where we belong, and I'll carry him out of the factory. We'll fucking live happily ever after, like Richard Gere and Deborah Winger, Academy Award winner Louis Gossett Jr. from that movie as well. But the point is, there was no response like that at all.
Take us there, Marco. What's happening?
I was coming in to put in a 2-month notice to Drake that morning.
This motherfucker.
You had just made up your mind you were quitting. You're like, screw this
motherfucker was getting ready to quit when this happened. I didn't know any of this shit. Mr. Lord Varys over here. Yeah, I'll set you up good when someone's getting ready to leave.
Lord Barry's supposed to have his ear to the ground. Know all this
your
shit.
ear
I
on
was
your
trying
ass.
to keep this shit secret from him, so you would get a good surprise. And this fucking guy was turning his back on us.
What were you gonna do? You were gonna leave. What were you gonna do?
Well, I was gonna take a
You go travel to your brother?
Yeah. First of all, I was giving Drake a 2 months notice. 2 months notice.
That's a lot.
I was
More than Jake did.
Yeah. Some people only give
You hear
2
that,
weeks
Jake?
in this business. Jake just disconnected. Fuck you. So then you were going to give a 2-month notice.
give a 2-month notice, and then it was perfect. I was gonna take the month of May to just do whatever.
Sabbatical.
Thank you. I was gonna do a sabbatical for the month of May.
Big
I was gonna.
words.
That's a terrible idea.
I was.
Move to a cabin in the mountains.
Who the
write a
fuck
book.
does that?
I don't. Idiots, I guess.
I learned it from you.
But I was going to take the sabbatical. I was going to go take a trip up to Baltimore, go see my buddy there. We were going to go see the new Doctor Strange movie because that's a big one coming out. And then I was going to go.
They're going to show that here.
And
Yeah, you didn't have to go to fucking Baltimore to go see the Doctor Strange movie. What the fuck is kind of trip is that? Well, then we're going to go to Detroit so we can go to a
Listen,
McDonald's. It's going to be great. I mean,
That's a bucket lister. I've always wanted to see a Marvel movie in Baltimore.
Can't mess with so much. This hits different.
he was going to quit his job so he could go see a fucking Marvel movie? Is that what you're doing?
By the way, are we starting to rethink this hire
I
at all?
don't know, man. Fuck.
So what
I
was
got
your-
points now. Southwest, I got points.
But,
was your
by the way,
big
Jake
plan?
loves the idea of going 1,000 miles to go see a Marvel
Hey,
movie.
I've been saving up my Southwest points. What are you going to do? I'm going to fucking Baltimore and watch a movie.
There's 1,000 points on my Southwest credit card. I also got $80,000 worth of debt.
What?
All set.
All right, so
What
you're
is
going to go.
going
You're
on?
gonna
Do though.
My brother, he's with the Air Force right now, and
Were you going to sign up?
no, it wasn't that crazy.
Those ACT scores too.
That sounded bad.
Yeah, nice
They just
nice job,
turn him
Marco.
down. Poor ACT score.
Sorry. I was gonna go. He's in England, but he's in Saudi Arabia right now, and he was gonna be on a tour, I guess, and he was gonna be back in England, hopefully, sometime around in May or anything. So we were gonna go.
They have a movie
You're gonna
theater
see
there.
it.
Is there a movie
I was
theater?
gonna go from Baltimore. I hear it's cheaper to fly international if you're on the
On the East Coast, sure.
Yeah, so I was gonna.
Did a
and I was-
big plan.
All right.
And I
that's-
But what was your plan for fucking life? Because Jake has this big plan right now. What was your plan? It's starting to sound like it was Jake's plan.
I don't think he had one.
gonna
Okay, so
figure-
then,
hey, I got no commitments.
so then that's when the baton was passed to me to fucking get this deal done. And I tell you what, I went home.
Steven called me. He's
called-
like, this motherfucker.
You don't want this fucking job. I was mad at you, and I was mad at Susan, and she had nothing to do with it. And but Susan had to
She was
listen
involved.
to all these things, you know.
Poor Sue.
And I like
I remember my wife and I had sat down. We were watching
porn.
Dr.
No,
Strange.
no, we were watching the Righteous Gemstones.
Oh yeah.
And like it's hard for us to carve out time to watch a show together at the same time these days because we just got so much going on. And so we finally we get the kids put to bed. Finally gonna spend some time together, watch the show, and the phone starts buzzing, and it's Steven. And I was like,
And it ain't good.
I'm sorry, but I have to take this call because he is not in a good mental place right now.
Right.
And so you aired me out. You're like, this guy, I don't know what's going on with him.
Like, what are we like? Because really, if it didn't work out with you, then we kind of didn't know what the fuck to do because you were, we had set our sights on you, and so I didn't mind doing this at all, but because you're the same age as basically as my son Richie, right? Mm-hmm. And so I have a lot of conversations with him about his life and everything else and career, and so I call you and I'm driving my daughters to basketball practice.
Yeah.
And we start this conversation. It goes from being 10 minutes to 15 minutes to 20, and we're talking for like 45 minutes, and I'm trying to give you advice. We're talking about everything, and I'm starting to sense that maybe you were just somewhat overwhelmed by the opportunity and you need to think about it and talk to people. And then I said, you know what? What you need to do is talk to your mom and talk to your dad.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I felt like, and we all kind of talked to this, once you presented the idea, especially to your dad, knowing how much he loved the show, and I know, having grown up in a Mexican-American household, no one loves benefits more than Mexicans. I can tell you that. They don't care what you're doing for your job. My grandma, my grandpa, my mom didn't care. I could have been shoveling shit outside. They didn't care.
Does it have benefits?
Does it have dental? Is there a 401k? You could help. Oh, Steven, take it, Mom. I fucking hate this job, but it has dental, and so that's all And once you gave the nuts and bolts to your family, I felt like they were going to say,
inside that conversation,
Marco, what the fuck is wrong with you? Say yes to this job. So what happened when you presented this to your family?
When I had talked to them about it, my mom was like, "Oh yeah, the benefits."
That's such a fucking selling point for moms and dads. Even me now with Richie, I tell them, I go, "What about benefits? So they got a fucking 401k. What's going on here?"
And so she was, she was like, obviously, probably should take its salary. It's like, you've been working for this. You can go visit the dentist now again.
Dental,
because I lost that. I was off my dad's dental plan.
Trust me, I know, and that's shit that kids your age don't fucking think about until you have to think about it, right? Mm-hmm. And then let me tell you, we'll tell you about it. That's why I was trying to give you some fatherly advice. But then, what did your dad tell you? Because that was my favorite thing.
He said, "Son, you're my boy. I love you always. So if you don't do this as your father, I'll support you. As a man, though, you'll lose all my fucking respect."
Did you know that?
No.
Oh, my God. And I kind of knew.
Yeah.
I kind of knew, like, that's what he's gonna get. I need mom and dad on my side.
I was like, hey man, I didn't say no or anything. Yeah. It caught me by surprise. Like I said, I was planning on quitting. I didn't think it would be me to get the offer.
Did you think you were underqualified? Are you scared?
I just figured,
come on, Marco.
I just figured
I
was
doing this job for you, or are you doing this job for your dad?
No, for me.
When you saw that Jake was, did you know Jake was leaving at that point? Like, did you know this before all this?
No.
Okay, so
no, I didn't know.
So if you'd have known Jake was leaving without us talking to you, would you have thought in your head, "Oh fuck, I want to apply for that job"? I'm gonna.
See, that's the thing.
It all happened very quickly.
Right, but would you have on your own, you think? If you just would have heard that there was a job opening on the Border Patrol, would you?
Yeah, I would have put my hat in the ring. But I knew it wasn't going to be like one of those things where, hey, we're open applications, and when you're running a 30-second promo about it. Opening.
If you'd have said no, we might have fucking done it.
Yeah. Yeah, if there was known to be like, hey, drop your application off at Jason's office.
So then you texted Steven and said, "How do you like your coffee?" Is that how you?
Yeah, that was the best one. He texted me at home, and I just got done for about 45 minutes
yelling at Nate. And
Susan
and me?
I was talking with Susan. I go, Susan, I really don't know what the fuck's going to happen now. I don't know because Nate felt the same way. Nate, What were your fucking ideas after? I mean, it was going to be like, we get past Marco, then I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. And then I don't want to bring somebody in out of town. I need someone from Kansas City that understands the city, that understands the landscape. I love the idea that you listened to the show and understood the show, Nate, right? I mean, that was
No,
big.
I mean, look, filling this job was going to be very difficult because we did through. We've talked about this before. There were a couple of names that got thrown out, and Steven called me at one point, just outraged, and was like, "If this person gets hired, I'm going to quit and join the fucking circus."
Yeah, I'm going to throw myself down a flight of stairs, and hopefully the EMTs will take me away before this person gets to work on that fucking day.
And you asked me, you're like, "Am I wrong? Am I wrong?" And I was like, "No, he would be a terrible fit. He's a great guy. We loved him, but he would be a terrible fit." And the thing that made the job so difficult to fill is the fact that you're talking about two high maintenance motherfuckers here. You know, I mean, like we are in the personality business, and you got a couple of strong personalities, and it's pretty much a miracle that with Jake here, the three of us as three big personalities fit together, you know, the way that we did. And that's, I think, what made it so magical. But so to find another person who can, I mean, because pushing the buttons and figuring out how to work a tie line and all that shit, you can teach somebody that. But finding
can you?
Well, yeah, I mean, we even taught this dummy that had to take the ACT 4 times.
I got a few people that I will challenge that notion.
We had talked if Marco said no, we were really going to have to lower the ACT standard. I mean, it was going to be really low.
And that's why I got Marco those hand grips for you to work, because he likes his ego stroke with
his ego,
strong
baby.
hands. But you got to be ready for him.
But in all seriousness, though, I mean, like I said, you can teach somebody to push the buttons in that room. You can't teach somebody to fit in with this crew and to be a good part of this crew. And I always thought, I mean, attitude to me, like in life, attitude and effort are the number one and number two things in life. And this kid's got the right attitude and effort, and he fits in. And so it was one of those things where it's like when you call me and you're like, I don't know what's going to, and I'm going to be honest, just for people that are watching, the impersonation that Steven did of your reaction in that room is not an exaggeration. Like, you think Steven's going over the top. There was this pregnant pause where you took this inhale that lasted like 5 seconds. You were like, yes.
I thought it was gonna be like, dude, hey Marco, are you interested? Fuck you guys. Like, I don't know what you're gonna say.
When he was a very rushed meeting, because he had to get
right.
in.
Yeah, it was 10 minutes before.
And so when that inhale was taking place, the whole time I was thinking, what the fuck is this guy going to say?
Like, I'm looking like, what?
And so through all that, yeah, I mean, it was very emotional. I think, you know, and we've all covered through that other podcast, Steven was very emotional at the time about all this stuff, and rightfully so. So it was...
also because I care about the show so much. Because it's my...
I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
I know, but like...
You're passionate about
like,
this.
Hey, my family's my priority. That's number one. But next to my family, this show is everything to me. This radio station that's it. That's everything. It's my entire career. And so, yeah, if I don't fucking care about it like that, then what's wrong with me? It's everything to me. And so, and I was concerned about, okay, is the show going to continue to be what it is? How are the listeners going to react? And I got to the point where you checked all the boxes, and then I thought you were going to piss on all the boxes and say, no, we didn't, we don't, you're done. So you're here. You finished your first week.
Yeah.
Are you happy? Or did it go well?
Yeah, it went really well.
You did a great job. Are you excited, or is there any regret? Are you, not that you're going to tell us, but so far so good, right?
So far so good.
I told you today, just in a commercial, I said, "Hey man, you've done a great job. You're doing a good job."
He was joking then.
So now he's here.
Will you do this? Will you make this promise? I want you guys to make this promise. Will you take this fucking kid to see that movie?
Look, I'm getting a toll-free call to answer it.
I'll take you to see this Doctor Strange. My kid wants to see it.
Is that right?
There we go.
I'm not taking you to Baltimore to see it, though. It's gonna be a theater around
he's
here.
here.
Right over here, right?
Yeah.
He's been hired.
Time.
We got a few minutes here. Let's bust balls now. Let's find out what this guy's all about. We've got some time. We've got to bust some more, okay? No, we're just going to keep going around. I'll go me, then Jake, then Nate, then Lebo. Let's go around, just ask questions. Shit you don't know about Marco that the listeners should know or we should know, okay? Number one, do you have a lady friend?
No.
Is it why this? I mean, is that you had to think about that for a minute?
Oh, well, I got friends who are girls, but
Right.
not in that way. No.
But so is that by choice? You feel like, hey, I'm single. I've got this new job. I don't need that distraction. Or is there someone you've got your eye on that we can help you out with?
No.
Is there, just you tell us what's.
So you're available.
I'll let you know. Yeah. Yeah.
You're single and you're ready to mingle. Is what it is.
Nah, I don't know about all that.
but-
I don't know. I got no commitments.
Okay, you're unattached.
Yeah, I'm unattached.
Okay, there we go.
Is that the word? Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Jake.
I'll follow up with that. When was the last serious relationship you had?
Senior year of high school.
How,
So a long
did it
time.
end? Did it end poorly? Was it just amicable? Are you still friends? Or did you have a broken heart?
It hurt for a week or two, but it was. She was a year younger, so she was going to be in high school the next year. I was going to be in Lawrence.
You didn't have a girlfriend during college for 4 years. You didn't have a lady?
He was wearing a Mizzou shirt at KU. No fucking chance.
God. That's a good point.
Hey, you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. I preach that to my kids.
Yeah.
In high school and in college, Phil's a freshman.
Where's this girl?
I said, man, be good.
What
Just
girl?
go out and
This
enjoy
girl,
yourself.
The girl you
Yeah.
busted up.
Yeah,
with.
where's she at now?
Oh, I don't know.
You don't
doing better things.
You don't follow her on IG or Facebook or
I mean,
Twitter or Snapchat or
She's married to that guy in
TikTok?
Baltimore.
That's why. Okay, Nate Bucati.
Well, so that kind of man. Okay, all right.
you took his question.
Give me 3 things that you're passionate about.
Oh man.
Doctor Strange, apparently.
Baltimore.
That's a really good question.
What do you love?
Damn right it is. That's what I do for a living.
Yeah.
Marco.
Not people,
job.
but what do you love?
What do I love?
Like, what do you love to do?
passionate
What
about,
what
man?
gets you excited?
Not to be too choosy, but I do like work. Now I do like coming into work and everything.
All right, that's good.
Enjoy it. Enjoy doing this. I love movies and TV. I watch a lot of movies and TV. Hence, probably why I'm still single. I devote a lot a lot of free time to doing that stuff.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and family and friends. Just spending as much quality time as I can in with them. But I also enjoy the free time.
So movies and TV are the Marvel. Is the Marvel franchise your favorite kind of movie, or what's your favorite genre of movies?
I like Star Wars and Marvel. Do enjoy the big franchises that
You like the
make the
escapism. You
document-
like stuff that's a little more
Science
fantasy based
fiction.
and things like that.
crime. I used to watch mob movies at my grandpa's house all the time growing up.
Now we're
The
talking.
comedies, like Will Ferrell type shit. And
Yeah, he fits in
Do
pretty
You
well
know
with
all
us.
those things are run by Disney, which is the devil.
Yes, I do. yes, I do
Lebo, come
recognize
on,
that.
find out.
All right,
You're
so-
the one that said you were gonna
Here, how about
lift the
this?
curtain up.
Here's the deal. Tell me the last time you got in a fist fight. Last time you punched someone in the face.
Damn.
Tell me the circumstances.
That's a good.
So
That sounds
that
somewhat-
buddy in
yeah.
that buddy in Baltimore.
Oh shit!
Oh boy,
Buddy in Baltimore, what
Cracked his
happened?
mouth loose, didn't you?
It was
fucking cute with you or what?
No. He, we were both drunk at the best establishment and best bar in Lawrence, the Hawk.
So
the Hawk, you call
describe
the Hawk- the Hawk
describe
is
the
nice.
Hawk. What
The
I
Hawk
don't
has
fucking know.
well. Let's just put it this way: the Hawk has a downstairs area called the Boom Boom Room.
Okay, are you in the
That's all
boom
you
boom
need to
room?
know.
No, I
Or
wasn't
is it-
in the boom room.
So
I
you're at
wasn't-
the Hawk. You're with your buddy.
With your
You're
friend.
drunk. You're drinking.
Yeah, we're drinking.
Okay,
It's one of our buddies' birthdays, and
What happened?
I show up late because I was
Watching TV.
I think KU was playing Oklahoma that night. It was
No reason to watch that.
so I was working at on the hill at KJHK. So I showed up late, and the buddy from Baltimore. He's all drunk and everything already. They've been drinking all day.
He's fucking out
and
of it.
He comes up to me and he's like, "Where have you been? What? You're late and everything. What are you doing?" And I just slapped him across the face.
You
'Cause-
slapped him across the face.
Yeah.
Just that quick.
That-
Yeah,
Closest thing to a fist fight you've
Because he
ever
was
been is you
drunk.
slapped a guy in the face.
No,
What did he do then? You just take it or what?
Yeah, I mean we're we're buddies.
You mean slapped him, or you just slapped him for fun?
No, I kind of mean.
Yeah, well, so-
I didn't want to punch.
Did he hit you back?
Not that I
All right,
remember.
so when's the last time you got in a fucking
What
fist fight?
a pussy.
Come on, let's go.
I got slapped in the face and didn't
Hey, it's
stop it.
okay if you've never been in a fist
No,
fight.
That's
no.
a fine
Good
answer too.
It's actually a good thing, kids.
Some dude at the wheel, which is across the street from the Hawk. He followed me and one of my buddies outside of it because he thought I was like, "Is there a problem?"
Oh, boy.
And he
Problem me.
classical. You bumped into me, one of that joke. He's drunk, and I
Knocked his Coors Light out of his hand.
something like that. He was wearing his button up, and so he put his hands up,
Dukes up.
and I was always told, don't let anybody throw the first punch. So they put him up, and I feel bad about this. I kicked him when he was down too.
You got him to the ground?
Finish the job.
You put your hands up like fucking John L. Sullivan like this. It was like, and then he said, "I did what the fuck were you doing here?"
So he put him up. So it's like, all right, this guy.
Did he have a handlebar mustache by any chance? And,
You're not a classically trained boxer, are you?
No.
You knocked him down.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't put him up. I just went straight for the first swing.
There we go.
All right, so
He was
were you a
drunk, though. He
baller?
was
Did you play sports at Miege?
Played soccer all 4 years, 2 years of basketball, and then that was it. So I did play some sports there.
Listen to this. Oh, go ahead.
What position were you in soccer?
Center back and then goalie.
Okay.
Listen to this, Jake.
Oh, he thinks he's a fucking goal.
Maybe you know this. Who are you named after?
Marco Antonio Barrera.
Did you know he's fucking named after Marco Antonio Barrera?
I was about to ask you when we started this podcast how many times have you almost called him Marco Antonio?
I think about it all the time. It makes me happy now, especially he's named after him.
Hey.
I just start calling him Antonio.
Yeah, right?
I mean, I need, like, when I talked about whether or not this kid is a fit for the show, I want us to think about all the things we've just covered here.
And his last name's Marquez, like Juan Manuel Marquez. I fucking love it.
Who did you go see fight in Vegas when you got married?
Marco Antonio Barrera against Eric Morales, the rematch.
So this kid is named after the fighter that Steven went to see when he got married. Jake, where did your entire family go to high school, and where did you shun? What high school did you shun?
I shunned the Bishop Miege.
And
He
you
accepted it.
to play goalie at St. Thomas Aquinas. This young man played goalie at Bishop Miege. What are your favorite genre of movies, Stephen St. John?
His record against Aquinas.
I'm just pointing out all the connections here. What are your favorite genre of movies, Stephen?
Well, I mean, crime.
Crime and mob movies.
Mob
He said that was one that he listed. What are your favorite, Jake?
Porn.
Back in the day.
Well, besides porn, before pre-porn, post-porn. You're a big Marvel guy.
I'm a Marvel guy. Yeah.
And I'm a big Star Wars
yeah.
guy. This kid, I mean, it's kind of
Lebo
creepy,
like
isn't
snuff
it?
films, so that's
It's hard to believe it took him that long to say fucking yes.
right.
Well, what's kind of creepy is like he's been a listener of the show a lot. I mean, are those his real answers, or is he just?
Yeah, or is this like single white female? We're trying to assume our lives.
Maybe you convinced him to like those things. Holy shit, it's a self-fulfilling
I don't like
prophecy.
chicken or the egg thing. Ask him another.
You guys helped raise me.
Ask him. Yeah.
We groomed him.
They used to sit Marco in front of the radio and learn. Jake, what else do you have to ask or tell? You can give him advice. You can ask him a question. What else do you have for Marco?
Do you have any pets?
Not that I own, but my parents do have a dog, and I live at
Do
home.
you live alone, or you live at home with your parents?
Live at home with my parents.
That's okay. I did
Yeah.
that for a long time.
Oh yeah,
Save some money.
As long as you can. What's the dog's name?
Lena.
What kind of dog is Lena?
Oh, what?
Holy shit!
Do you have a dog named Lena, Jake? What's the story here?
No, my dog died named Lena.
Remember? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dog that begat
Holy
the other dog.
shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
German short hair.
I'm telling you guys, this is starting to get creepy, Marco. I think you're making all this shit up, man.
My sweet dog Lena.
What kind of dog is your Lena?
German short hair.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right. I'm a Mexican short hair, so we can get along.
I have some honest suggestions for Marco.
Well, let's hear it.
Yeah.
So no, these are real suggestions for you as you grow into this position. It's a spot that it made me the man I am today, right? Mm-hmm. So a couple things I would say to you is self-evaluation on a daily basis is important. You're only as good or as bad as your last show. So I think get in the habit of talking to these two assholes on a daily basis, or at the very least a weekly basis. Ask them what you did good. Ask them what you can improve on, and realize that don't compare yourself to me or anybody else that runs the board at that radio station. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. How was your show yesterday? And at the end of your day, evaluate. As you're leaving, whatever you're doing, as you're leaving the studio or at the end of your day, what did I do good at my job? What did I do that I can improve on my job? And if you do these small things, you'll gradually get better and figure out who you are, because I figured out who I was doing that job, and that had a little bit of who I am today, right? A lot bit. Find out who you are as a person, because that's the person you want to be authentically presenting to this audience. You can't fool this audience. I give them a lot of shit, but this audience is they're authentic Kansas Cityans. They can see through bullshit. So decide who you want to be as a person, who you want to be as a producer, and present that person to those from 6 to 10 a.m. every day. Present that person and be rooted in that, knowing that I'm going to grow, and the person I was yesterday is not going to be the same person I am today. It's not going to be the same person as I am tomorrow. I think if you do those things, and you got to take a side here. So you either take Steven serious all the time, or you think he's full of shit all the time. That's the only way to go about it. So
right. I don't see. Here's the deal. 20 years, he had our time figuring it out. So you're not going to figure it out, and I don't want you to figure it out. I got to keep you on your toes.
That's good.
All right, but don't fuck around.
I have one final question, because I know we got to wrap this up. Are you considering looping your own urine?
Would you drink your own pee for us?
Nah, no.
I like the quicker answer there.
Nah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you thought about that. Nate, do you have any other words about Marco or anything that is going on in this podcast?
No, man, I'm excited to have you here, man. It's good. We love you.
Jake, any final words to anyone listening, or when can we get a next update from you? Since you,
once I get this website put up, I'm going to have a pre-register for the book. There's going to be a deal for the. I haven't decided the number yet, but once I'm working right now, I think the website should be up probably in the next 2 weeks. That's what we're aiming for. I've been working on it with JD and our web design team. So once I get that, I'm gonna send you guys an email you can reach me on. I'm gonna go dark. I really need to get my mind right, and because I feel like I need to clear myself from. There's been a lot of processing and a lot of emotions that have been involved that, how could they not be? But it's time for me to go dark Jack Bauer style and really dive into. Without any outside interferences, meaning Tyreek Hill.
Right. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that.
I know, but I still am pretty tied in. I have people. I'm on group text chains. I'm on email every day. So I'm engrossed. I'm just living in the cabin, but I still have access to everything, and I want to quiet my environment. I want to quiet my mind.
When are you going to come on the radio show?
Let's get together on that. I would say 3 weeks would probably be a good timeline for me. Maybe mid-April. Is that probably
that's fine.
You guys?
Whatever to promote everything properly with whenever you're ready.
Yeah, no, I think that's and if honestly, guys, if this thing with Marco doesn't work out, go talk to Chad and back up a Brinks truck. I probably could be convinced.
Hey, be honest now. How did you hear about Tyreek Hill getting traded, and what was your reaction?
Actually, when you asked me to come on this podcast, you said Tyreek's getting traded, and then within seconds, I'm still on my fantasy football text thread with the dope league, the dopest league ever. And we have one guy. So it's 10 of us are Chiefs fans, one Raider fan, and one Dolphin fan. And so,
oh wow,
about that. Yeah, no. So it's been it's been an interesting place to be on that thread. So as soon as you sent me that, because I wake up, I don't pick up my phone until usually noon until I'm done running and done doing my meditation. But when I got to my phone to answer your text, I had about a phone full of text, but yours was the first one I saw that the Chiefs are trading Tyreek.
Are you mad?
No, I think it's great, honestly.
You know what's going on. You get it.
No, I mean, look, you don't pay a wide receiver in his late 20s quarterback money. You don't do it. That's why teams like the Dolphins and the Raiders do it. And those teams, was the last time either one of those teams have won a Super Bowl.
Jake said that's why you suck, Raiders.
Yeah, take that.
Yeah, that is why
you go,
suck,
Jake.
Raiders. But look at some of the best receivers in the league right now. guys that were drafted, Jefferson up in Minnesota, fucking Chase last year for like there's talent always coming out of that spot. Like Tyreek is a awesome, unbelievable top 5 wide receiver. In
Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, T. Higgins, all of them.
And Cooper Kupp was the best in the league last year. And that dude was a 2nd-round draft pick. So it's like you don't put yourself in a position like the Raiders did to go pay Adams. I mean, there's a reason the Packers didn't do that, right? The Packers are a fucking good franchise. The Chiefs are a good franchise. These franchises realize that how many quarterbacks are on the field at a time? One, right? That's all that fucking matters.
Bang.
Who's your fucking quarterback?
Now we're talking. Marco,
That's
to
all
end
that
this,
fucking matters.
do you have anything you want to ask Jake? You're doing his fucking job now. Now it's your job. You've taken the reins from him of the Border Patrol. Anything that you need to ask him, because like he said, he's going dark. And if you think of something next week, he's going to be out of fucking commission. You can't get a hold of him. So now's your chance.
True.
What do you need to ask Jake so you can move forward and run this fucking show?
Is there anything that you did that you want me to continue going? If I got to bring in bone broth each day, I will.
Is there something?
No, just here's the deal. Just all I ask of you is be your authentic self. Find your voice. It's going to take time. Be patient. Be yourself. And also, if my book flops, you better fucking watch your back.
There we go. There it is. That's Jake Gutierrez live from his cabin in Colorado. Marco, we love you. We're happy you're part of the Border Patrol family.
Thank you.
Get a nice rest this weekend because we're going to kick some ass next week. Nate Buchanan, any final words?
Nope. See you next weekend, buddy.
Todd Lebo, you smart mouth. What do you got to say?
Bye, Jake.
Bye-bye, Jake.
Steven, make him wear a suit every day.
Once a week we
Clean
wear a
yourself
suit.
up a little
Once
bit.
a week we wear a suit.
No. The answer's no, Mark.
Once a month.
No.
Make him
Like
wear a
for-
suit.
We were gonna make Jake wear a suit for a while, but it almost
No,
worked.
I'm already too comfortable around here.
Whitlock wanted us to be professional, so there was a time when him and Aaron were gonna have to wear suits to the show. Can you fucking imagine that? I had to talk Whitlock out, but he almost made him and Aaron wear a suit to this fucking show. I love it. That's right. You got to wear a suit, but if you want them to take you serious. No, you don't know that.
I know. You remember
that almost
telling me
happened. All right. Until the next episode of Hot Mic with SSJ, the microphone is off.